Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to Diana Emerson. Today we are listening to Judge Judy. We're spicing it up a bit. I love this
Very
girl.
simply, you wanted to buy a house
Yes,
and you had bad credit
yes,
and you thought your niece had better credit than you did.
yes. As a matter of fact, the house I found, I put it in my son's name. He had no credit. After 3 weeks, the escrow company told me I was in trouble, had to close it within 10 days, otherwise it would fall out,
Otherwise, you would lose the house.
lose the house. So I called around and I called my niece to find out if she had very good credit because I had to be able to close it in 10 days' time. This was in December 94. She said yes. In October 94, she had opened an escrow for her son.
So she said she had good credit.
Excellent credit.
So what did you do?
Okay. When she said that, I put her name on all the documents, all paperwork in that escrow. She gave me permission to sign her name. There were just two pieces of paper that required her signature by notarization.
So does that mean that the house was going to be in her name?
Exactly.
So far, is she telling it correctly?
Yes.
That's a good point.
Mhm.
So the house was going to be in her name,
Right. Yes.
but you were going to be the tenant in the house, or you were going to use it for business or something else.
The house was going to be a family house. The house, I told her if she would let me use her credit, I would pay her $5,000 this way. The house would close escrow, then I would turn around and get a Title I loan for $25,000, pay her the $5,000, put the house into a family trust. We had been losing a lot of our relatives, brothers, and we needed a family home.
Did the house fall into default?
Yes, we were never able to make a payment.
But you got a check for $5,000.
Yes, that's what after the house was sold.
Well,
But it was a
how
problem
come,
in
how
some.
come you got a check for $5,000? You didn't invest any money, did you?
It's a finder's fee.
Just a minute. Let me understand this. You didn't find a buyer for the house. Is that right?
No, somebody else brought the buyer there.
No. Let me clear this up from in my own mind. The lender couldn't sell the house because your name was on the deed. So in order to get you to sign to sell the house, the lender said to you, I'll give you $5,000 if you sign.
No, he said, like she said, when the house went in default, by me signing the quitclaim deed, that was the arrangement from the beginning. I had to say, if the house go in default, it automatically goes back to Alice Turner, and he takes over. But yes, I still was legally responsible for the house because we got sued for the house being in default because there was a second on the house.
Second mortgage.
Second mortgage.
Did it cost you any money?
It cost me clearing up my credit because they put a judgment against me.
Because the house went into default.
Yes,
How much did it cost you to clean up your credit?
Was paying the lawyer gave Lord $500.
Her answer says that you went to some unusual steps to try to get your money.
Your Honor,
yes, she attacked me. She came to my house and sprayed ammonia in my face.
Did you do that?
Yes, she
Let me
did.
tell you what I did.
Let me hear what you did.
The lender called and said, come in to me to sign for the $5,000 check. She had to go in there to sign another piece of paperwork in this letter, as indicated. So I asked her, I said, Ernestine, sign the $5,000 note for me also, and I will give you $2,500 to help you get on your feet.
Did she say that to you?
No, I don't know about no note. No.
How did you get your hands on the check?
The check came to my job in my name.
Can I see the letter that you have, please, indicating that the check came to you?
Right where it marked there, and on this
Listen
also.
to me, Ms. Hall.
Yes.
She says that you went to some unusual steps to try to get your money, like trying to kidnap her and putting ammonia in her face. Did you do that?
Yes, I did that. I had a big old shopping bag. In that shopping bag, I had 3 ropes. I had a scarf with tape. I had what I thought in reading some book was going to knock her out. She was in bed,
Sleep.
and I sprayed it on her. When I walked up and when I sprayed it on her, she said, what is this crap, or some of the word you doing putting in my face? I was going to kidnap her, and I thought this spray was going to knock her out. I was going to, when she's knocked her out, drag her to my car and drag her up my flight of stairs to my apartment, tie her up around and toilet in the bathroom because I felt that she would not be able to move the toilet. Put the drag in her mouth and put tape over her. and make her sign a check for $2,500.
You've been watching too much television.
You do what you gotta do. I was bonkers, but she had no reason, no right to take that money.
Okay.
Judge Judy will return in a moment.
Wow.
The
Okay.
intention was for everything to go well with this house so that it would be a family house and family members would be able to live there. The fact that the house was lost is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, not because I don't
Sit
think
down.
this lady has the
Go-
will
go-
not to
go
have
back
made it
there.
successful, because clearly if she intended
No.
to put ammonia in your face,
Yeah.
right, drag you up to her toilet, tie you up until you signed the check over to her, this lady is a lady of will, right? So I would say that she did not purposefully let this house go into default. So this is an unfortunate situation. But it seems to me two relatives who have been good to each other over the course of their lifetime should not end up in a court. She made you an offer. The offer to me sounds like a perfectly reasonable one. She said that she told you that she would split this check with you. She would get $2,500, and for using your name, she would give you $2,500. That sounds very fair to me. The judgment of the court is for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. Thank you very much. That's it.
Judge Judy, step out. Judge Judy will be while he was in jail for beating his
Okay.
common-law wife. Tony Funes says Elizabeth Guzman swindled him out of a car. Water, all right. Water, all right, please.
Okay.
Yes, spent 32 on the calendar of Funes Guzman.
She swindled him out of the car. Usually it's
Sir,
always
what's
the
your
girl
complaint?
giving up
This is an
all the money.
interesting story.
Very interesting, yeah. Unbelievable.
Well, let's see how unbelievable it is. You claim that the defendant got you to give her the pink slip to a car under
Correct.
false pretenses.
Absolutely.
And let me try to put it to some chronological order, your very, very long complaint. I'm not sure if I can even do that with regard to your answer.
It'll be nothing but lies.
You were...
Take your hands out of your pocket, please.
Relax. You're very tense. Listen to me. We're talking here about money. Sir,
Yes, it's just what's right, too.
listen to me. We're talking here about money. So try to relax. You lived together for about 8 years.
That's correct.
You have a child. One child.
Yeah, but she doesn't think it's mine.
Do you think it's yours?
I think so for 3
Okay.
years.
All right. So you were in jail
I got
because she had you arrested for assaulting her.
spousal abuse, correct.
When you weren't married.
It's correct.
And while you were in jail, according to your complaint, she came to jail and, among other things, asked you for the pink slip to a car
That's right.
that you had evidently been holding.
My mother-in-law, she was holding it. Her mother had it all the time.
Okay, so it was in her possession.
Correct.
And at that time, you said, I'm not interested in giving you the pink slip on the car. But when you got out of jail, she told you if you gave her the pink slip, everything would be terrific.
She called me 2 weeks in jail. I called her 2 weeks. She said, what's going on? And she says, I want the pink slip. I said, why do you want the pink slip for? I don't understand. I just want the pink slip. I want it in my hands. And I don't know why she's asking for it all of a sudden, because she's screwing around on me.
So what happened?
I said, I didn't understand why. I didn't understand why until I got out, and then I started seeing her actions and hearing stories.
So, right now she doesn't have the pink slip. You didn't give her the pink slip.
I didn't give her
jail.
the pink slip at that time. No.
Okay, so
but
when
she
did
was
you...
bugging like for it.
So what happened?
So she swindled me for it. She started lying to me, telling me, give me the pink slip, that everything will be okay and all this stuff. A bunch of lies. I can't remember right now. I'm so curious.
And you gave her the pink slip.
I gave her the pink slip. Yes. She said, if you love me, you'll give me the car, and you would give me the pink slip to the car.
Who paid for this car?
I paid $1,000 for the car. I put it together. I put the transmission in it, and I put it together. This is a car I put together. She gave up her car, and I also put that car together.
Well, you did. So you did work on these two cars.
Yes.
Who paid for the cars? You put in $1,000.
Yes.
She acknowledges you put in $1,000. How much did you pay for the car?
For her car?
Yeah.
She paid probably about $1,300, probably maybe $1,000, something like that.
How much did you pay for the car?
She put in about.
No, how much did you pay for the car,
How
ma'am?
much did I pay? I did a trade.
And how much did you pay for the car that you traded up for?
Before that,
Yes.
approximately $3,000.
That's a lie. That's.
How much do you think she paid for the car?
We bought that car from the recycler newspaper. We bought that car for $500 damaged. She put another $500 in it because it had a bad motor. And then after that, she paid me like $400 to do it. She bought me the radio that she stole from me.
Okay, so she put in at least half the money for this car, correct?
She, less than that. Excuse me.
She put in, even according to you, at least half between the trade-up and the money she gave you.
That's correct.
For this car.
Probably something like that.
Is that about right?
A lot more than half.
That's a lie. You smell of lying, man. If lying had an odor, she would smell just like it.
Let me ask you this question. You're very angry, sir. I'm going to say something that maybe will make you a little bit more angry, but will bring things down to perspective here. Did you beat her up? Is that why you were in jail?
I struck her, yes.
How many times did you strike her, sir?
I don't remember. Probably a couple of times.
Where did you strike her? Where on her body did you strike her that caused you to be incarcerated?
On her legs and maybe on her face. I don't remember.
Was this the first time that you hit her?
No, it's not. It's not.
Well, I want to tell you something. Maybe she feels as if this is payment for all those beatings.
Absolutely.
Well, so what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, sir? What's wrong with that? You beat her up. She could have each time that you beat her up. And if I were the judge, I would have fined you substantially for each one of those assaults.
Your Honor,
Just listen to me. Because I want you, right now you think you're a terrible victim. And you don't think you're a terrible victim just over this car, which maybe is worth a few $1,000s. You just told me that you've beaten her over a period of time, the last time you were in jail, and you acknowledge that you beat her.
But
You think that's right?
But Judge, this is not about beating her.
No.
This is about swindling a car.
No. What I'm telling you is you're standing there, sir, as if you're wounded. As if she did something terrible to you.
I was swindled for the car.
What about being beaten, sir?
Who cares about that?
Judge Judy is ready to rule. Stay tuned.
Oh boy, huh?
He admits to beating her, but he says that doesn't matter. He says she swindled him out of a car.
Judge, this is not about beating her.
No.
This is about swindling a car.
Listen, sir, I'm talking about that because you don't seem to hear me.
Okay.
You don't seem to hear me. It may not be right that she said, I paid for half and I want the whole car. If you put your hands on me, you wouldn't have a quarter in the bank. Not a quarter. I would have your salary attached from today until the year 2050 if you live that long.
Okay, so
You're not supposed to put your hands on anybody. And if she got even, sir, by taking half of your car, consider yourself lucky. This case is dismissed. That's all.
Bodies are excused. Step out, please.
Okay. Judge Judy.
Ma'am.
Judy Justice.